Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. You guys know me. I'm Nancy Ganzikofer, business coach and body language trainer, and for interior designers, I should say. And I'm here with Kim Vanderpool of Fresh Impact, which, by the way, Kim, I meant to tell you this before we went live, so I'll tell you now, is somebody was asking in the Interior Design Business Forum for who could help them with their social media. And of course, I quickly tagged your company and gave them a link and said to get on your calendar, because that's what people should do if they're struggling with their social media.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We always appreciate the referrals and love helping designers.
I know. It's like we're passionate about it, but we got to get them to understand when you need help.
Right. There's, I really like when everyone's thinking about their New Year's resolutions and their business goals, etc. And one of my main things is try to help educate people is that we don't have to do it all. Like, we work a lot in the club, sometimes even changing that mental mindset that I don't know how to design my office. I will have to pay somebody to help me design my office because it's not my skill set. I don't want to spend the time, energy, and resources to do it. And there comes the time and point. Like, I believe everyone should understand how to do their marketing, but when you get really busy, it makes good sense of your time and budget to outsource it.
Yeah. And you know what? That's what I teach. I'm like, okay, get into the Get It Done Club, understand how to do your social media, set up your social media strategy plan and its personality. And then you can hand it over for managed services, which you have both. You have the tutoring people on how to do it themselves with the Get It Done Club, and then you have managed services. So it's great to me, the progression that you provide for people's knowledge, education, but then handing it off and knowing it's done the way they want it done is like the perfect path.
Thank you. Yes, and we work really hard to make that transition simple and, painless as possible. And that leads us into what we're going to talk about today.
Let's do it.
All right. So a lot of people think that our marketing is just something that we have to do. It's just one more thing off of our checklist. But I'd like to challenge all of us to have a strategy, guidance, and actionable tips. And social media can be a simple, effective way to get your word out there in a way that is typically not as expensive as some other marketing ways. And it can really transform your business if you do it the right way. So we have 5 talking points today. The first one is to shift our mindset. We've already talked about it a little bit. From checklist to strategy. Social media isn't just a checkbox, something that and I fall into this, and I see a lot of people like, oh, checked, we got it done, we got something posted. But we want to really start thinking about what are we posting, and that every post, caption, and image should have a purpose. We either want to educate, inspire, or drive action. And so,
educate, inspire, or drive action.
Right.
So rather than going, great, I made a post today, it's out there, gotta go.
Right.
Think about it before you do
it.
Right.
And ask yourself this question. Would you stop scrolling and click on your post? Does it add value to the conversation? Because I see a lot of people, and sometimes that strategy is okay. If you just want your name to have a presence, you just want someone to know that if they're looking at Paula Jean's interior design and you have a post, your live viable company, just posting is your strategy. That's your goal. That's your ultimate end all be all. But if you're saying, hey, Nancy, I need new leads, I need new business, and I want to use social media to do that, then you really need to take it up a notch, and you can't just post. You have to think about your posting, you have to think about your strategy and your goal and how can you meet that goal. And that's probably one of the number one things I see where people like, social media sucks, it doesn't work, Facebook doesn't like me, because we're not playing the game to win on those platforms. We're just playing the game.
And I think it's important what you just said. Like, I know designers who are using their social media, Instagram, Facebook, just to say, I'm here, I'm an active business, and I manage my business well, because you can see I post regularly, but they're not really looking to expand and get business from their social media because they get enough through referrals, networking, socializing, and their other avenues of marketing,
correct,
emails and stuff like that.
Right. And so really knowing your goal so that you can develop that strategy and so then you can implement. So you're not reactive, you're being intentional with your posting.
So if you say, well, no, if I'm going to do it, I'd like it to bring me business. Wouldn't that be what most people would at least want?
Yeah, typically that's the end goal. But if you want it to build business and bring business, then we're going to have to put more time and energy into it. So
That's what
kind
I
of,
was trying to get
yep,
out of you as the very specific
yep.
note
So
to
kind of
everyone.
like if you're, one of my goals this year is to lose 50 pounds. If I want to lose 50 pounds, I can either eat better, watch my stress, or exercise. So I can do one or the other, and that's going to get me to my goal, but it's going to take a long time. But if I combine those three, then I'm going to get to my goal quicker. And that's the same way with social media. Ask me, how many posts a week should I post? I can't give you an answer. It's testing, and it's how many times can you, one, realistic your time, and secondly is what is your end all goal. If you just want a brand presence and just want people to know that you're a live viable business, 1 or 2 times a week is going to be great. I have some clients I post 3-4 times a day for, and I have others I post once a week for. Their goals are different, so you have to know your goals and build your strategy around that.
Got it. Okay, good.
Which leads us to the next step, is knowing your customer journey. So many of us forget this, is that we just think like it's all about us. It really isn't. It's about your customer and guiding your audience through that journey. And so thinking about their pain points, especially for designers, like we can look at all the pretty pictures, but we want to know, why would a homeowner hire you, or why would a company hire you to come in and redesign their business environment? So are they looking for inspiration? Do they not know where to start? And then how can you build that know, like, and trust factor? So you can introduce yourself and your values. That's a great way to get them to know you. You can build connection through relatable stories. Simply, even as much as sharing a cup of coffee from your favorite local coffee shop can make people have a relatable story. And then building that trust, and we doing that through the testimonials that we share, or before and afters, or success stories. And how designers can do this in a way that I see some doing it and are having great success is, say that if Jane Smith calls you and wants you to help redesign their kitchen. Well, normally there's a story. It's because Jane has 3 kids, mornings are chaotic at their house. They can't get out, but they want something beautiful and functional. Well, share that story. Share that little bit, like, this kitchen was designed because Jane had a messy cupboard all the time and didn't know what to do. So we put this in so that this could help her.
Yes.
And that is going to build that know, like, and trust quicker than posting 10 other pictures, because people will see themselves in that story, because who doesn't have a messy cupboard in the morning?
The storytelling component where they can see themselves in the story will help them go, that's me. And I get this all the time. I heard you talking on your live and you just were talking right to me, and that's what made me call you.
Correct.
So designers understanding their client's journey, which is what you're talking about, and knowing the words to use and to tell those stories is golden. It's really key.
Correct. One designer that we worked with at the start of our business she had a pull-out tray above her refrigerator, and that's where that little cabinet that nobody uses above the fridge, but it was pull out and it kind of tipped down where you could easily grab cereal. Now, to me, that was like cool. And so if I saw a designer that shared that, it's like, she gets me. She knows where my pain
is. I had the same issue.
Yeah. Right. And so doing that. And then the power of transformation. People don't buy education necessarily. Education builds that know, like, and trust. What they're buying is that transformation. And again, that story, sharing that journey of where their home is like, what do they want to do on Friday nights? So if you designed a kitchen, you could even say, can you imagine having pizza and game night tonight? And so you're planting that seed, and people are like, oh yeah, I want that, but I don't have a table that's big enough for that. How can I fit that in that space? And so that kind of triggers that, oh, I want something different, or a bedroom that's nice and cozy. I want to come home there. So thinking about that we can bring that transformation and how we can relate that through our social media.
And the emotion, what I'm hearing is that you're tapping into the emotion of the end result.
Right. And the problems you're solving. So I want to see what you're solving versus what designer B, C, or D is. Like, how are you going to make that so that I can understand that you understand my needs and can transform my space like you've transformed other spaces?
Yes. Okay.
Another exercise is that I see a lot of people get stuck. They don't know what to post. They overthink it and overcomplicate it. And so we have a really quick, effective exercise that people can do. I actually quickly just made a little PDF. So if they want it, message me and I'll give it to you. And it's just using a piece of paper and write out across the top, post A, post B, post C, and then week 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then put in the grid, educate, engage, and showcase across the thing. And that will go ahead and simplify your social media.
I love it. Okay.
So,
how do they get that? Let's give them a word to post in the comments if they would like it, or to message you. Which do you want?
If they want to, just go ahead and put simple.
Put simple in the comments,
and I will send them that, or they can go to social Instagram or Facebook and send us a DM, and we'll just pop the PDF in the DM. So it's a real simple exercise we've written out for you, so that way we don't get that stuck. We don't get paralyzed by, oh my goodness, what am I going to post? This is really simple. We've got little prompts right in there, and it hits those 3 target areas to get you going and making it more simple for you.
Right, and it helps them just define what they want their social media program to be in a defined period of time, and then they don't have to keep thinking about it, which is
correct.
Right?
And it fills into that strategy, so we know what that ultimate goal is, and we can use these posts to support that goal. So if I want to lose 50 pounds, I know that I've got to walk 10,000 steps a day, but I can't do that now. So I break that all out. And that's what we're doing with your social medias. What is that end goal, and how do we build that strategy? And so hopefully this worksheet will help.
Okay. And we already have one person who put the word simple in. So you'll be sending Kelly Cherry her worksheet, her PDF.
I sure will. Awesome. And then the last thing is ask the but now what question. And so every post that we post is, what do I want my audience to do next? Do you want them to visit your website, DM you for more information, save the post, or click the link in bio? And tell them what you want to do. Be clear and direct. We are not telling people what we want to do. I'll hear in the club, well, I posted this, but nobody's interacting. Well, you wrote was, do you love this? Or here's this bedroom that I designed. Well, what do you want me to do with that? So making them have a clear call to action, whether it's just, could you see yourself relaxing in this bedroom? Leave an emoji. That's giving me a clear something to do. And people like to be told what to do. So always give your audience the next step.
I think I was telling you this last live. I'm not sure that there's one guy I follow, and he gives tips on, he's a communication Instagram account, and gives tips on how to, communicate with people, argue with people. It's a pretty informative Instagram. I forget his name at the moment, but he always ends with the same thing: and follow me. Yes. If you don't already. Like, it's a really simple, and follow me if you don't already. And every time I'm like, wait, do I follow him? Like, every time.
Right.
Even though I already follow him, right? So it's something that I've considered doing and I always forget to do. But it's a simple thing. If I can get myself into that habit of having that final call to action be, and follow me, or share this if this was helpful to you.
Right.
That's telling people what to do.
Right. And I forget too. It's very easy to get stuck. And that's where I want people to, hopefully, if you walk away with one thing today, is realize that we don't need to do social media the way we've been doing it if it hasn't been working for us. If it's been working for you, great. But if it's not working for you, what are simple things that you can do to make it work better for you in 2025? And so equipping yourself with a clear, consistent, and purpose in your social media strategy. So that is key. So we want to know exactly what we're posting and why we're posting it. And then remember that social media isn't about doing more. It's about doing better and using the tools. And that's one thing I will say about the club is that we don't just teach how to use social media. We teach how to use ChatGPT so that can cut your time down and so much time. How we can help you simplify. And that's where, so that you're not spending 10 hours a week on your social media, how we can condense that to 1 to 2 hours. No matter what your goals are. And if your goal is 1 week, post a week, we can condense that down to 15, 20 minutes a week.
Imagine 15, 20 minutes, you have 1 post a week and you're not stressed out over it.
Correct. Yep. Okay. So as we end, start with a plan and a strategy, and let social media become your business asset this year. And tell everyone what to do next. So what I want them to do next, if you want the worksheet, comment simple. Otherwise, you can check out our resources at freshimpactsocialmedia.com. We have some free resources and tools available for you. And then we also have a shop that has very affordable products that can help you support you in your journey if you are more the DIY and just getting started and want to just know where to start.
Perfect. All right, everyone, go over to freshimpactsocialmedia.com. Check out everything Kim offers for free and her low cost, what I consider the Get It Done Club to be a very reasonably priced ability for them to learn how to do their social media really well from an expert. It's the best product I think is out there for social media when you want to learn how to do it yourself, which is what I always recommend everyone start with. Learn a little bit yourself before you hand it over, but then they can hand it over to you, which is a beautiful thing. And they've already set their system. So
thank you.
I love it. All right. So we go live once a month with Kim to teach you guys how to do your marketing. And specifically with Kim, we do more the social media side, but certainly you help people with all their marketing when they start coming to the Get It Done Club or hire you for their managed social media. You help them with all their marketing.
Right, because it's more than just social. Social media is part of it. And whether it's online emails or even giving people suggestions on where they should do in-person networking or how to build that networking ability through LinkedIn. So lots of different things, because I believe it all works together.
It does.
But we just want to make it simple.
I want to take a picture because people on Instagram are typing the word simple also, which we're going to lose it once we go live. So Picasa Design and Chic Interiors and Staging both typed the word simple. So they would like your PDF. So I took a picture so we can make sure you get that to them. I'll send that to you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, everyone, go have a great day. We will see you next time. If you're struggling with your social media, please get in touch with Fresh Impact. There's a wealth of knowledge that Kim has, and she can help you get your social media program on track to grow your business the way you want. All right. See you next time.
Yes.
Bye, everyone.